Selmah Gatfield arrived at Jim County in 1945, a Texas girl who fell in love with an Idaho man stationed at an air base in Texas.
We got married to Harvey. He was in the service down there.
Harvey and Selmah started their life together not too far from where their home is today, living with parents at first, then in a shack.
Harvey was living with his folks, and we lived with them for a while. Then they had what they called the lower place on their place over there, and we moved down there in a little shack and lived there until there was some relatives that were stonemasons came, and they were going to build a granary out of cinder blocks. I said, I'm moving my stove into the end of it. So they put a petition in and built us a 3-room apartment.
And from that meager start, things got better.
Then in 1962, Harvey and I moved over here. We moved over here and had a tractor and a car and $100. And we had that house built over there.
That was 52 years ago, and Harvey and Selmah were the first family to bring electric power service to this Montour area of Jim County.
We were the only ones up here. We had to guarantee $12 a month for Idaho Power, and they put a line up through here, and we were the first ones on that line. Then when we went to irrigate, we had to pay $500 down to get them to turn the power on, hook up the transformer. To begin with, we raised grain and some hay. Then we put water on and had surface irrigation, and we raised sweet corn and hay and some grain.
Both Harvey and Selmah worked away from the farm, but with the help of 3 good kids, the farm thrived. Selmah says family work ethic has been the key to success for the entire family.
Of course, Harvey had gone to work at the mill, and I was working in Emmett as a bookkeeper. And we had 3 good teenagers. Well, they're all still good workers. They're all retired now. My daughter was in the library in high school in Emmett for a number of years, I think around 30. Jay was a welder and worked for Idaho Power until he retired. And Boyd was an engineer. He worked for Key Industries in Walla Walla, Washington.
Harvey was known as a real go-getter, and once he had developed irrigation and had hay, corn, and grain crops growing, the family ventured into the hog business.
We put pigs in. We built what we called a piggery. That's where we fattened them out. We had a farrowing house, and it would hold 5 sows and their pigs, and except for the brood stock, the pigs stayed on cement until they went to market. They were a nice, lean pig, and we got top dollar for them.
Selmah raised chickens too. They were traded for groceries at the local market.
At the little market, when I lived over there, I raised chickens, and my eggs bought the groceries. And Mr. Cheesebro owned it at that time.
Along with working at the co-op and caring for the pigs and chickens, Selmah did the irrigating, setting siphon tubes, and...
Oh, there's another thing. When we were using the ditches, the tractor made the ditches for the rows to irrigate that corn. Well, you pull up to the main ditch, there was a certain length there that you couldn't make a ditch. I got to dig those out.
Along with raking hay because
the men didn't like to do it. It was too slow a job for them. They'd rather see something. But I didn't mind. I tried mowing once and it just didn't work.
Selmah Gatfield in 2014, a gem of Jim County.